thanks for joining.
No problem.
We have been recording for the last 20 minutes. So.
Excellent, great. You catch me out with anything.
Love it, love it. Well, let's just, for context, we're going to chat health, fitness, work-life. I like to call it work-life integration.
Yes.
Burnout, all of this kind of stuff. How you manage like a high-powered, busy career. You were telling me you're back-to-back and back-to-back and back-to-back. Just kind of advice. A lot of people struggle, I think, with burnout, with managing their work and their life. A lot of people call it work-life balance, but the opposite of life is death, and you equate work to death. I never think it's not a good equation. So anyway, let's kind of go through all that stuff. But just before, do you want to give for context what you do, background?
I'm Matt McLoughlin. I was the Chief Commercial Officer, one of the partners at Liontrust Asset Management for the last decade. I ran the trading there as well, and prior to that I was on the trading and fund management side across multiple different firms over a depressingly long career already, and I was economist by background and training. So
nice.
Yeah, financial markets is a summary.
Done. And also it's interesting with financial services because historically it's been quite I'd say macho, but you don't let people know that you're struggling, right?
Yeah,
like
it's
the
not really in the
thing.
culture. It's never really been in the culture. To be open and honest and talk about that stuff. And also I think financial markets attract a certain type of person as well. There's lots of stereotypes of jocks at universities and colleges doing economics, which is what I did. Right. So you attract a certain type of person, which probably isn't the kind of person that is very open about those things.
Yeah. And have you found it like that? It's not been... Or has it changed a little bit?
I think it's changed massively, to be honest. So I was interested in financial markets probably when I was a kid. It was the 80s. It was growing up. It was all very exciting. You had everyone walking around doing big deals on giant mobile phones, which was quite fun, and Ferraris were everywhere in Wall Street, which was quite interesting. But I think it's changed an incredible amount. I think the behaviour of people on trading desks, hedge funds, asset management firms, everyone's very, very respectful now. I think. Obviously, I've been in the markets probably 23 years or so, but even compared to 10 years ago, it's very, very different. And it's changed for the better.
Definitely.
A lot more respectful behaviours improved, I think.
No, it's true, because it was there's also a lot of it was kind of alcohol fueled, or alcohol and maybe drug fueled. Sexism, all of these kind of lots of scandals and stuff like that. And then it was always a job that it's like top of the food chain. Right, with maybe private equity and trading stuff. So it's something that you want, and you just found people would never let on that they're struggling, that they've burnt out. You might be like you don't want to leave before your boss. That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then slowly, maybe over COVID. I know if COVID was a bit of a driver for it, and certainly with guys, like we'd never really say like, "Hey, I'm struggling." You'd be worried you'd be the next one out the door, right?
Yeah, probably.
Your cards marked. Be like, oh, he's struggling. He's not got the stamina for it. But no, I think it's changed a lot now.
Yeah,
much more people are more comfortable to talk about it.
I think we're comfortable talking about it, and I just think, do you know what? I think the environment is a much better environment to work in. So I don't think that people are pushed that far whereby they get to that stage whereby they are broken. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So I think people have got a much more a better structure to their work, to their working life, to their relationships, to their managers, bosses. I think you've got senior management and CEOs that are very conscious of this as well.
Yeah.
So if you can create the environment whereby everybody can perform at a high level and without breaking them, I think that's a big focus now.
Yeah, definitely. Because before you'd see people like retire, like maybe they've just made so much money, but they're like tired at 40. But you see a lot burn out. I've got an older cousin, and there's a lot of his friends who were bond traders and they were just like, you could see it in their eyes.
I think it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like you are constantly on. I was a trader and ran trading desks, and you're constantly on, right? And it's as soon as you wake up, you've seen Asian markets, what's happened there, what's the impact then for the European markets. Then you're looking at US futures, and then after you leave your office, you're looking at the US market and what that impact is for the next day. Then you're thinking about, well, how does that impact the currencies? There's news non-stop. You are constantly on. So if you're doing that and you've got a lot of responsibility, and responsibility basically ends in P&L, in cash as well, then you can't relax very easily. Right, you can't switch off. I mean, holidays for fund managers, they're probably not real holidays. How's my fund going? Oh, there's news out of this company that I own. What's happening? I need to do something. Switching off is very difficult.
Yeah.
If not impossible.
Completely, and also in many other industries too.
Yeah.
If you're running a business or anything what you're trying to do. Plus also at the moment, you're seeing a lot of news of this middle management layer getting taken out, the tech firms like Amazon and all this kind of stuff. And so you might be sitting there as a senior leader or kind of early on in the workforce, and you're being like, you need to you want to double down, you don't want to lose your job.
Yep. I think there is a lot of fear about what AI and machine learning is going to do to the world. Actually, not just finance, without a doubt. Right, there'll be other industries impacted probably even more. But I think there is that fear, and people are looking over their shoulder. As I see it more as it's a tool to help people be really, really productive. So you've had tools, computers, Excel, whatever you want to use for years, but this is a better one. And it's really exciting. But you're seeing that human integration into that process. So I think there's a lot of fear. I think some of it's overblown, but without a doubt, there's loads of efficiencies you can get.
I think it's
but
great.
The exciting part for me is what opportunities does it open up, right? For which you will still need human beings. But you mentioned it. I think you shared some stats recently on LinkedIn, and that is a real thing. You have that middle layer whereby, do you know what? They might not have been very efficient in the first place.
Wouldn't have tried to find a stat. But...
No, of course, no. But they might not have been very efficient in the first place. And unfortunately, that's just the way the world is. It's like somebody better than you at your job came in, unlucky, right? You perform better, or they're going to get the job.
Well, if you're doing something that I forget the thing, but it was like if you're doing something that AI can do. If you're a manager and you're supposed to be doing appraisals, and AI kind of doing some of them as well, but human powered, your job's kind of it's out anyway. So, but I think linking it just for my point of this is like linking it to kind of burnout and struggling. I think if you are struggling and you have this fear of you don't want to lose your job and stuff, I think it's still important to stick your hand up and just think through how you can do things, because you're not going to be productive anyway. It's just like a downward spiral.
No, I think people always need to have that ability to have that open communication with their managers, with their team if they can. Not easy. I don't think, as you said earlier, it's very difficult. I think what I try and focus on is if you can build the environment whereby, one, it doesn't come to that, or two, people talk to you very early on in that. Actually, I'm a bit stressed now, before it gets to the end level whereby I'm really, really in a deep hole and struggling. So if you build that environment first to prevent that from happening, I think that's important. And that helps performance across everything without even the stress side of things. That helps everyone just perform better, be more open, freedom to innovate. So I think it's about building that environment first to try and prevent getting to that stage.
Nice culture and stuff.
Definitely.
If you're in it as an individual, do you have any warning signs and kind of getting to the point of...
I think when I've seen a couple of people struggling, I think they've just gone a bit quiet, to be honest. They're not the normal selves.
Introspective.
Exactly. They're not the normal selves. They're not as outgoing. I don't really want to take part in maybe the client meetings. They're not coming up with the ideas that when they were previously very innovative. So I think that is, just being a lot, just... more focused on themselves, keeping quieter and more reluctant to engage. They're the kind of warning signs I think.
It is. It's a hard spot to be in, and also as a leader, it's quite hard to sometimes notice. I mean, I've been quite a big fan of encouraging people to take holiday days, and just a lot of people, they just forget, or you get completely into it, or you're just, as you pointed out earlier, just you're on it, even if you're on holiday. The phone and this and that. I'm the same. I'm running a company. I'm I couldn't, maybe this is really bad. I just can't switch my phone off.
Yes, I'm with you. I get a lot of grief from my wife on that, to be honest. I did it once. There's one holiday whereby I said, I know, it's been embarrassing once in my life. I turned the phone off. I didn't look at an email for 2 weeks. And
2 weeks?
It was amazing. I've never felt so rested, relaxed. What I did say to my team was, if anything serious kicks off, call me. Right, don't send me an email. Don't send me a WhatsApp. Just call me. I don't want to come back and have something that may or may not have gone wrong when I was away. Nothing did, so it's fine. But I've only even though I've preached it to everyone to do that, I've only managed it once.
I just can't do it. I'm trying to leave my phone out of my bedroom at night. I can't even do that.
No, I don't do that either. It's bad, but I think that also you have to be conscious. They're designed to be like that. They're designed to be on. So the little red dots on an app when you got an email or a LinkedIn or a WhatsApp, it's they're designed to ping, emergency. It's in red for a reason. It's an alert. So it's if you're an on person anyway, and you're running a business or running a team or company, and then you've got that because they think very deeply about how that works your mental psyche, all these alerts. Like, it is hard. It is hard to put.
It's super hard. It's super hard. I'm trying not to look at it for the first half an hour to an hour in the morning, because I don't really need to. Although I always have an excuse to. Got a colleague in Japan. He might need me. But but like I know, I get up at like 5:30 or 6. I don't have to look at it for half an hour.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to. It's annoying. It's annoying. I just want to be like, so I'm trying to do some of that stuff.
Yeah. I think you have to have practice. If you try and do that practicality. So when I get home, I'll just go and put my phone on charge in another room, leave it for an hour, spend some time with my daughter. Yeah. Then I go back and check anything. But I think because your business is global and financial markets are obviously global, as you said, I wake up and think, what's happening in Asia? First thing in the morning. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Right. Then I'm good. I've done the first check, then I'm good. Get ready and hit the gym or whatever. And then I can pick it up again and you get involved for the day. Then trying to do that in the evening for a bit. But again, just before you go to sleep. So just check before so I can relax.
How the fun's doing. Right?
Yes, exactly.
But also, though, I mean, the road is really long, right? Like we're going to be working a long time. There's a really good book called The 100-Year Working Life. I forget who wrote it, but the premise is like, we're living longer, you're going to be working longer, the retirement age is only getting longer.
Yep.
All of those kinds of things. So for me, it's so important to you got to be on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's like a football analogy. If you're injured, you can't play.
Yep. Big time.
You look at Ronaldo and Messi. I mean, I can't remember even if they've ever had a long time out,
Probably
being on
not.
the pitch a lot.
One of the things, like Ronaldo, I'm a Man United fan, so I'm a big fan of Ronaldo, but just his relentlessness of every single aspect, every single marginal gain that could possibly be done. I think I read a while ago, he's got a chef that keeps his body weight 5% or something below what his natural weight should be, so he keeps his speed up as he gets older. It's like that. That is just something to admire.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we should treat ourselves like a pro athlete.
Yeah.
Because you're working a long time. You are your business, right? You are the CEO of your business. You're going to be making money and you need to look after yourself. There's no point going like flat out. It's like going flat out in a marathon for the first couple of miles and you're dead.
It's not going to last very long. It's not going to last long. I know that for me, that's for sure. But I think I've been thinking about what high performance is recently. It's longevity. Yeah. It is longevity.
Yeah.
Going kind of really, really being in a position physically, mentally to keep evolving, to keep on top of things, to keep innovating, and having the energy to do that all. Mentally, physically, it's that longevity, keeping going over a long period of time. I think that is what high performance is, because everyone can have it in short bursts. Yeah. Oh, this is a great idea, really excited, do this for a couple of weeks or months and then stop.
Yeah.
Having that longevity to keep going relentlessly, that is what. And
a lot of people that you see it in their eyes, they look for the exit door too early. They quit too early, it's too hard.
Yes.
They've gone too hard, well, let's say too hard, but they've burnt up their energy.
Yeah.
And for me, you've got to keep your battery full.
You do.
At all times.
Yeah.
And I know you do a lot of things to do that, so we'll talk about it now. One thing with Cristiano Ronaldo, I can't remember who it was, I saw it on one of the football podcasts, but when he rejoined United, he went into the canteen and they ate, and I think they were saying all of the other players are waiting to see if Ronaldo takes a dessert.
Yeah.
And he didn't take the dessert, so no one else said the dessert.
No, it's true. But people set you set the culture. People like that set a culture.
Yeah, exactly.
In an organisation. And again, one more football story. But Cantona rocked up first time he went to Man United, and he went straight out before. I think everyone thought he was just being really professional and diligent. So he got there early, and before everyone was even changed, he was all dressed. He went outside and started kicking the ball against the wall. But and then the young players, Beckham, Bart, Neville, started doing exactly the same thing. And actually, he's professional, so they all started doing that. So they started training before training started. So that was a cultural shift. What it turned out was Cantona was actually quite a shy person at the time, and he thought, I don't know what to do. I'm here early. I'm just going to go and do this for a bit, so I don't have to engage with 20 footballers. But people like that with the performance, they change a whole culture. So if you've got somebody that comes into an office, a company, they can just bring a complete gear shift by just bringing in practices that other people can just pick up on. Oh, they're doing that. Okay, that's interesting. That makes sense. That could help me. I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
And you do that, and then other people in your team start doing that, and it just gets better. So that culture of winning and being better and going through newer, smarter processes. I think a lot of it's come down to working hard, right? But having the process of learning and getting that culture throughout the business or company or football club or whatever it is, I think it's really interesting. And I think it's...
sports is great. Sports analogy with business is great. The other thing I think that's happened more and more now is that you'd work hard, right? People would always work hard, but they get burnt out and whatever. But there were folks that would look after themselves really well. But I always found in a business scenario, you wouldn't necessarily know he's going to the gym every day. You know, he's taking creatine or he doesn't have dessert or, you know, he has more protein, you know, like all of this kind of like healthy.
It's coming out a bit more now.
Now it's coming out because I think like for a young person, I always say like it's who you know, your first few managers are way more valuable than the actual job itself. And if you happen to work with someone that is like behaving in the right way, you know, both at work, but also like letting you know, by the way, it's in my diary, I've got a gym session at 6 a.m.
Yep.
It's the most important meeting of my day.
Yep.
Never moving, or you know, flex, whatever. But just like showing people how you can live a healthy life, because physically, then you're mentally sharp. Then you can do all your traveling, you can do all your meetings, but you've still got some of these like non-negotiable things to look after yourself.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anyone else.
100%. I think that's really interesting. So I joined a trading desk once, and actually when we had quiet periods, everyone just sat staring at screens, not doing anything, not producing. And I thought actually, there's nothing to do at this moment, so I'm going to go to the gym, even though on a trading desk, it's like it was kind of frowned upon. Guess what? I went, and then next day, I might go as well. I'll go. Not when we're really busy, of course. Everyone knows when's the appropriate time. But normally I always go before I even get there. But actually, if you've got a lull, hey, I might get a second one in. It's a fun treat for myself for the day.
Because you are investing
everyone then
in yourself.
Started going, right? It's just maybe that behaviour that went across the team, which was quite fun. I thought, actually, well, this is good for me. I'm going to be better. I'm going to perform better for the team, for the business, if I'm mentally sharp. And being mentally sharp comes to being physically sharp, and I was just happier. Right. So, but that's just one behaviour that I brought in, and then a few other people did it. And like, actually, I don't mind you being 10 minutes later than you normally are. If that enables you to go to the gym before work. So that's what I'm going to do. So, by all means, you do the same. You set that standard. So.
So, what's your routine now then?
It's always before work.
Always before work.
I can never do it when I get back. One, because my daughter will jump on me and want to play.
Fine.
She's only 6, so that's great fun. But I'm also tired by then, I'll be honest.
Fine. So what time do you get up then?
So probably about 5:15. Alarm goes off at 5:15. Try and get out as soon as possible. Got a gym set up at home as well. I'll either go and do one near in London or at home. So try and do if I can do three or four strength sessions and then 2 or 3 cardios a week. I'm happy. There's a brutal
solid.
There's a brutal HIIT boot camp thing that I do on Saturdays, which is horrible.
It's like a military thing in the park.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an ex-marine and a personal trainer combo, basically 2 guys that just kill people for an hour. Right. Everyone that does a lot of people they come once, they don't come back. It's pretty aggressive. But the first time you do it, for the rest of the day, you need a nap. And actually, for the first few weeks, you really kind of need a nap. But I don't nap, so I'm just tired all day. So, Sunday I'm on a lot better form than I am on Saturdays.
So you're doing like 5 days a week, basically?
Yeah, 5 or 6, to be honest.
5 or 6.
My dad is in ridiculous shape for his age. So we'll run a 5K in a pretty quick time together.
Nice.
And he does this every Saturday
as
well. He never likes to say. He's over 70 now. Wow. Over 70 now, but he is
good for him.
Absolutely rapid. But we're talking 5K. We go to Kefalonia on holiday quite a lot as a family,
right?
And there's a brutal 5K run. It's horrible. It's always very hot, but it's hilly, and it is just. I think it's the hardest 5K route I ever do. And I think we did it, and we do it every single day for 2 weeks. And the last day, let's try and get our fastest time.
Yeah.
And this is not. Nobody's doing not many people are doing sub 20.
Sub 20? Sub 20 is like.
So it's
have you done sub 20?
In my life, yes.
You've
a few
done
years
once or
ago,
twice.
yeah. I was like 1915 was my peak.
It's good.
Yeah,
My
I'm not really
quickest
built
is
for that kind of
22.
speed, to be honest. But we think we did it in about 22 and a half, and my dad was, just
22 and a half is
around
amazing.
70. Yeah,
I need
and
to get-
it's a ridiculously hard run as well, honestly.
Yeah.
But you also go through cycles of actually now I'm a lot stronger, and my cardio is not as, my running isn't as good as three knee cartilage operations later. I probably shouldn't be running anyway.
And are you doing any long distance? Is that 5Ks?
No, I think 5, 6, something like that. My surgeon when I was 24 said, "Stop running, stop playing football," and I said, "Probably not going to happen, but we'll see." Another operation at 28, same knee. Another one at 40, and then still running. Maybe just trying to
But you're doing
tone that down.
More strength now.
Yeah, more strength.
Yeah.
Which I think it's really important as you get older.
Yeah,
really
absolutely. I'm doing similar. I do CrossFit.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
Which is great. Yeah. So it's like, for those that don't know, it's like weightlifting, strength, cardio, HIIT. Some longer workouts, some like shorter, more intense.
Yes.
But I really like it because I just turn up and the guy tells me what to do. And I go home.
Yeah.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I started it about 12 years ago. I slipped my discs.
Right.
And I was only, at that point, only running marathons and things like that, never doing any strength.
Yeah.
And also back in the day when we were at school, there was never any strength stuff.
No.
It was like the rugby boys maybe doing some bench press in the gym.
Yeah.
And that was it. Right?
Yeah, that was me back in the rugby team back in the day.
And I was in the rugby team.
About it.
I was like the scrum half or the winger. Anyway,
Yes.
like tiny. And then cricket and hockey and things. It was great fun, but never any weights, never anything about diet. You just didn't learn it back in those days.
Strength's massive for longevity, massive nowadays. And talk about bone density and how that changes after the age of 40 and things like that. And so everyone's doing way more weights now.
Loads more weights.
People are educated about it. There's a lot more information about it. Yeah. You mentioned supplements earlier, and creatine, the benefits to that. It's probably the most researched supplement there is. But now they're saying actually it's got really, really good cognitive impact as well. Right? After a certain level, your body uses it for the kind of physical side, and then it's got cognitive benefits. So everyone's looking for these marginal gains everywhere, and I'm no different. And to be honest, at the same time, I'm even of all the other things that I'm kind of up to at the moment, I'm potentially launching a longevity wellness health supplement business as well, just on the side, because I'm just very into it. So that's
health. So what would it?
Well, again, it's longevity, health, performance. Probably is how I'd term it. So it has got all those things that you need. So protein, creatine, and a lot of other ingredients that are very much aimed at that longevity, just being well, being healthy, enabling you to have that high performance for a long time. I think that's really interesting. It's really interesting. I think the market in that is growing rapidly.
Massively.
It's been very much protein, creatine maybe, and now there's lots of other ingredients and supplements that people are thinking, why am I not taking this? If there's gains to be had, I should probably do that.
So. You've got some of the, like, there's athletic greens. They do like a thing. David Beckham's got IM8.
He does indeed. Yeah,
right?
He does indeed. Yeah, he's my competition. So
he's
got
a
little bit more of a bigger profile than me at the moment. So
at the moment,
yeah. I need to work on that knighthood he got last week. So
he's done great. I mean, he's transitioned from football anyway.
I love that.
But it's just, I think it's great that more people are talking about it. We're getting educated on it more because you're relating it to work. You are in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
And when I started, it was just beers and lunch.
Yeah.
It killed me.
That was the culture.
Yeah.
It was the culture. There's a lot, financial markets in particular. There's a big, heavy alcohol culture.
Yeah.
And
you had to do it as well. I felt like it was peer pressure.
I think you did. And if you're younger, you're going to want to anyway. Like you want to go out all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But then, oh my God, some of the short hours of sleep that I had before going back to the office when I was very, very much younger, I was like, how did I even do it?
You can't do it. And then if you're making like important decisions about important stuff, whether you're managing money or whatever it is,
you should be on it.
You should be
on it.
You should be. Like,
we were always on it, always 100% focused, but maybe
yeah.
But then you get to a certain level that actually this is not adding any value to my life. It's not adding any value to my business, and so I barely drink anymore. It doesn't add anything to me.
No.
And
you don't actually have to as much, because when I was running a search firm, I would always be like taking someone out.
Yes.
So I would always be like, hey, what do you fancy drinking? And it's noticeably shift to, it used to be always, white wine, red wine, whatever, to I'll have a sparkling water,
And I bet you're relieved.
So
every
relieved.
time I come up and somebody's bringing me out,
Yeah,
clients, I said, what would you like? Oh, do you know what? I'll have a Coke Zero or something similar or sparkling water. And they're like, oh, thank God, I've got a big afternoon. I was thinking you might want a bottle of wine. I was like, definitely not. Definitely not.
Because then you're done basically for the day.
You are.
You need a little nap and like you can't really get on it.
No, and honestly, the older you get, it hits you more, right? It's the recovery takes longer.
Does. Especially if you're working out. If you get into a nice thing of you're working out regularly. I mean, for those that haven't started yet, I mean, you haven't got to go straight to 6 days a week, right? I mean, you can just do a few days a week. Yeah. Even walking's great.
Yeah.
Like I would just say a lot of people that are they're not kind of getting into it because it's quite daunting starting.
Yeah. I think the weight training in particular is daunting.
Yes.
I think weight training in particular is...
It's intimidating.
It's intimidating. You walk into a gym, you've got some huge guys, and there's some very heavy weights around. You think, where do I start? It's easy just to get on the treadmill and do your own thing, right? Yeah. So I think that getting over that and just thinking, right, I'm just going to go and do what I can do. Nobody's judging because nobody cares. Yeah, nobody in the gym actually cares. Nobody's looking at you.
It's with someone that can.
So I'd really encourage people to don't do it. So my mother's in tremendous shape as well. She goes to the gym. She does a lot of weights. It's like she just asked me for advice about what to do. It's like also by that age she couldn't care less. But she still thinks it's intimidating. You've got massive guys working out, benching a lot of weights. And then my little old mum.
And if you go for those commercial gyms, they're always like, have you finished that yet?
Yes.
Can I slip?
I think my mum would give him very short shrift on that one. She's like, when I'm finished, you'll know. Don't worry. Anyway.
But you can do you can just, even walking, I think is phenomenal. Because when you're walking, often you're not looking at your phone. Yes. You might have your podcast on or something. Yeah. And you can think, your mind's going. And you can burn some good energy and calories and whatever, just getting out.
Walking's massive. So I mean, my final year at university, I didn't get a place on campus. So I think I was a 45-minute walk away. And doing that twice a day, oh my God, I've got phenomenal shape. Yeah. I was training as well, but the weight just fell off from the walking.
Because you burn a lot more than you think.
You do.
And if you're working, I mean, financial services, it's changing, but still a lot of people work at home.
Yep.
I guess the good thing with commuting is you get to walk often. Yeah. Walk to the station, walk to that. But if you're at home, I would just make some time to just get out and have a walk. Yes. If you don't have a dog, having a dog's interesting because you have to go.
Right.
But if you don't, just get out for 20 minutes, half an hour.
Do some of your calls on a walk, to be honest.
Yeah,
right? Do some of your calls, put your earpods in. I do that quite a bit and I enjoy those conversations. I think you're having more meetings now whereby people are having walking meetings as well. Rather than coming to the office, maybe you'll grab a coffee and then walk around or don't even bother about the coffee, just go have a quick walk. A buddy of mine... he's doing 5K jogs, slow paced jog meeting catch ups.
Nice.
I think people are very jealous. They're seeing it on LinkedIn. It's like, this is brilliant. This is what I want to do with my meetings now. Yeah, it's really good, right?
Really good.
No one's trying to beat each other. You're not trying to do sub 20, but we're going on a nice jog catch up. But yeah, as you said, do a walk first.
Just just walk, and then you can start getting into it because then you feel good.
You do.
Because the funny thing with drinking, right, is that you're drinking and you feel incredible. Then you feel shit after.
Yep.
With walking, it might be tough with the gym workout, but you feel incredible after.
Yeah, 100%.
That feeling after
the endorphins, the energy. Yeah. I think I've got a lot of natural energy, but I always go to the gym before work and I rock up into the office. I am pumped. I'm pumped for the day. Right, what are we going to do today? How are we going to do this? I'm sure I irritate a few people, but I'm ready to go. And all the creative juices are flowing, and I've probably had some ideas when I've been in the gym as well. I was just thinking about while taking a second and then putting them into action. That's really good. But honestly, the energy levels are just incredible.
It's phenomenal.
After you finish your workout.
I know last time we spoke about your wearables. I think you're quite into that, right?
Yeah, so I've got more wearables than I have limbs nowadays. Exactly. Yeah.
So what are you? Have you found it? First, you found it useful?
Yep.
And maybe for those that want to kind of get more healthy and stuff, do you think it's worth tracking steps and where are you at with that?
I think it is. I've got a Whoop band, and I was one of the really early adopters when it first launched a few years ago. So I used it for 2 years. I took all of the insights in, and I thought actually the main two things: don't drink alcohol, get more sleep, and exercise. Right. Yeah. I thought actually I've learned that. Then I took a couple of years away from it and doing my own thing and training as I do. I thought actually you're just a bit more disciplined when you can see the data.
Really?
And I'm a data guy as well, right?
Okay,
so I love data from finance background, trading background, looking down to the milliseconds of trades and market movements. So I'm a data person anyway. So if you've got performance and data, I'm in. So I thought at the beginning of this year, I thought, right, let's get back on the data. Let's really try and push that the kind of fitness performance side of things. And I love it.
So what do you look at? So
I don't work for Whoop, but I've probably got about 50 people onto YouTube over the years. Like, you need this. This is brilliant.
Do you think does it give people a bit of encouragement to be like, I've got to get my steps in?
It does. It also says what damage not sleeping well and alcohol does. Alcohol is just unbelievably bad for your body. It's incredible. You see your resting heart rate go through the roof the next day, even after a couple of beers.
And you're like,
right? Unless you have a couple of bottles of wine, then you're in real trouble. But it gives you a percentage recovery every day. And the data behind that, it just shows you what it does. And it's actually quite shocking and insightful, but I don't think people realise. And you might think the next day, I've got a bit of a hangover, but I'm doing okay. And you look at your data, you're not actually. You're really, really not. And if you've got a lot of responsibility, and you've got a big day ahead, and you've got to make some big decisions, you want to be on it. Everyone's looking for marginal gains, right? You're looking for percents or basis points of improvement. Well, this is like cutting your chances of making the right decision in half, nearly. You are not 100% on it. And I think it just gives you the data behind it.
You can also feel it.
Yes.
You've got a couple of bottles of wine, you're a bit sluggish. You've also got the data. If you want to try and get your steps in, it gives you a little bit of I've got to get out. And maybe you just get a little bit more than you would do otherwise. Yeah, you do, and it also gets competitive. So a buddy of mine, we did a HIIT workout on Wednesday morning really early, and afterwards like, what's your VO2 max looking like nowadays? We're comparing our data. It's like, how much sleep did you get yesterday? It's like competitive on sleep. Budgeting up is quite good, right? Budget up with someone at your level, or maybe someone a little bit higher, and he encourages you to. But it's just good to do that.
It does, It brings a competitive element in there, keeps you going and behaving well. But I love data. I love the high performance side of things, but there's some things there that are just so obvious. Everyone's looking for the tiny marginal gains. Well, this is a huge gain, right? Honestly, if I manage to get to bed early, I'm the next day, I feel 25% better. I really do. It makes such a difference. It's not easy because everyone's got very busy lives. You've got loads of things to do. And last night, for example, I didn't finish up until quite late, drafting a lot of emails and a few follow-ups which I needed to do, and I was probably in bed about 11:30, which is late for me, maybe not for other people.
That's late,
but I'm up quite early, so I need to.
What do you usually get, 8 hours or?
I always try and get 8 hours, get 8 hours, something like that. But then today my data's told me, it's like, you've got a 63-minute sleep deficit, so I need to somehow try and make that up.
If people haven't read this, Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep, it's a great book on sleep.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
I have. The thing is with that one, I got halfway through and I was like, I've got this. I know what I need to do. So I didn't finish the second half, but get more sleep. Honestly, it's so basic.
How do you manage when you're traveling?
That's always a challenge. If you're on, so you've been traveling a lot recently. New York, Madrid.
Madrid, going to go to Dubai.
You're generally back to back. Right, back to back, and I was just in October. I was 2 weeks basically back to back in Riyadh, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, and you're up very early, lots of meetings, and you might have a couple of events in the evening, seeing people. It's not easy, and you also got to realise that sometimes you're not going to be perfect.
That's true.
You will not be perfect. You just got to say this is impossible. Nobody is. That's an unattainable level. Some things got to give at some point. So your sleep and my data will go down for that period. But then when I got the opportunity, because I wasn't doing a lot of exercise either, I was trying to get up early as possible.
When you're away.
But you don't want to kill yourself at the same time, right? You've got to be really on it mentally for all your meetings you're doing. So I did a few bits, but then I had a morning off when I was in Doha, and I thought, right, I'm going for a run outside. And it was quite warm. I thought,
solid.
It's like 9 now, but it's 34. It's going to be 37 in about half an hour. So I did it, and I knew it wasn't probably the best idea, but I felt so much better.
It's good to
be honest. In fact, you've earned your breakfast after.
It's hot as well.
Yes,
it's great.
I like that. I like the heat. I also like just testing the body out, seeing if I'll stay alive or not.
No, definitely. I try and always do like a workout. I try and do a workout every day, or even just like a hotel workout, like some of the gyms. I try and do a CrossFit when I go. There's always a CrossFit somewhere.
That's great. That's a mix of strength and cardio. That's like a perfect workout.
Or you can even just jump on like your favorite AI tool and be like, hey, I'm at a hotel.
Yeah.
I've got like 20 minutes. You'd have to, you're not.
Peloton's quite good. Peloton's good.
Obviously
people they got a lot of hype about the bikes, but they've just got workout apps. So you could do HIIT workouts, strength workouts. Yeah. Like, I've got half an hour to do this. So you don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
You haven't got time to do your normal program. If you normally do an hour's weight session a day, bang me out something intense that's really going to get me going.
Yeah.
That's actually quite benefit. And also, I think it's really, really cheap as well. So it's that just the app itself. Don't need the bike. A lot of people can just grab that.
Yeah.
Make a big difference.
Yeah, because you haven't got to think about the workout.
Yeah.
Again, you don't need that much time. 10, 20 minutes. Also, I think when you pay for something as well, it gives you a little bit more of a, I've got to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Whether it's paying for the gym, CrossFit, the apps, it's really useful.
Nice.
Last thing, what's your diet like? Do you focus on it? You don't?
I try to. It's always difficult when when you've got a 6-year-old as well and you're working around that bedtimes and school homework and pickups and things like that. Yeah. But no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We don't. My family always come in, my parents come in or my sisters come in and say, I have a cup of tea, and say, have you got any biscuits? We're like, no. Any crisps or anything?
No biscuits.
Peanuts? Like, no. We just don't bring them in the house. So we don't really any snacks in the house because basically our willpower's not great, my wife and I. We'll probably, if they're in the house, they're going to get eaten.
Eat it, yeah.
If I don't bring it in, it's not going to happen. So I eat
That's
pretty
good
well.
discipline.
Yeah, I'm not really a snacker.
Breakfast?
It depends. So sometimes I try to do intermittent fasting until about midday. Don't eat until about midday. But I did a workout this morning, so I have a protein shake, some creatine, and there's a banana in there as well. Just a bit of energy for the day.
Nice. And you do creatine every day?
Don't starve yourself if you've got a full day, right?
No, it's true. You do creatine every day?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. Is that your one supplement thing?
Protein and supplement, protein and creatine. Sorry, yeah. So they're the two main ones. BCAAs they actually didn't taste particularly well. So I don't think they made a massive difference, to be honest. But I think those other two are they're the two key ones. So I probably do that about 5 or 6 times a week after a workout. So Sunday I might leave it out unless my dad gets bored. It's like he might call me up and say, "Should we go for a quick run?"
Love the fact
even though he's done
still,
6 or he's like 6 or 7 days. So you've got his thing is the rest, because rest is really important as well.
Yeah.
Recovery is massive.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get to rest. Even if he's got a niggling injury, he'll just power through it.
Yeah. The other thing is like it's good to do workouts where you don't feel you're going to get injured. Because the worst thing is if you do like all your exercise, then you get injured. Yeah. Then you can't work out and do anything.
Very frustrating.
And then it's not exactly.
Very frustrating. And then you might put on weight over time and then you just don't feel happy.
Guilty.
Yeah, exactly. So I think having that balance. I mean, honestly, rest is really important. So splitting up your workout week. Right. You might do strength, different body sets, strength, cardio, HIIT, strength, doing that in that way. So your body parts are getting different rest.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Because then you can still do 5-6 days a week if you want to without killing yourself. If
you're
running 5K every single day or 10K every day, your joint's going to take, at my age, your joint's going to take a hell of a beating. So definitely I can't do that anymore.
And I would say to everyone, invest in, if you're just starting out, invest in a personal trainer or invest in something that will give you a nice thing. Because at some point you have to spend money on your health and you'd rather do it up front than when you're injured or you're out of shape.
It's a lot harder to do it later on.
Way harder.
Yeah. So as soon as get something nice as well. Get yourself some nice trainers, something you actually want to wear. It's like a treat to get you there. Right, I'm going to put these really comfy, cool trainers on. I also, honestly, I'm a massive fan of data. So it doesn't have to be Whoop. I've got an Apple iWatch as well, and lots of people have got those, or wearables, or Garmin's. They'll give you a lot of data, and it's insightful, and you can see the impact that little change in your lifestyle has. Actually, I'll walk 20 minutes rather than get the tube or the bus and do that twice a day or 3 times a day. It makes a big difference. Yeah. It really does.
The other thing is also don't expect things to happen straight away because it takes a while. It takes a while to build muscle. It takes a while to get fit. But as it happens a while and you get into it, I don't know what they say, 2-3 months or something.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it becomes a habit.
Yes.
And then you feel actually you don't feel good if you don't do it.
Yeah.
So you kind of get over that hurdle of like, oh, can I be bothered to whatever.
I think it improves how you eat as well. So if you're exercising and you'll just eat healthier. So if you're not, you're more tempted to, do you know what, I might have that packet of crisps. Because, again, you're not seeing the calories. You just work so hard to burn off. So I did a 20-minute hit this morning on the Peloton and it killed me and I was fully covered in sweat. And but it's like 300 calories only. Right, like half a prep sandwich or something like that.
That's it.
So encourage that.
It's
Right, well,
like-
actually, I'm going to leave that ice cream.
So
I don't
funny.
need that. So I think that it makes your diet a bit better as well.
Yeah. Once you get into all of that, it feels good, and you can And to round it up, you'll be so much more effective at work.
You will.
You'll just be your longevity at work increases, productivity, all of those kind of things.
Yeah, your concentration in meetings, just everything, honestly. But yeah, the creative juices that you have after a workout or during the workout, that's really interesting. A lot of ideas come when you're not at your desk typing out emails. Or
And then you're not in front of your phone.
Yeah.
You're not in front of your screen.
Yes.
I mean, the biggest pit is when I do CrossFit, like no one's looking at their phones.
Yes.
Your phone's on the side, and you're just on it.
Yeah.
And then because you have to, and it's just so much, it's so good just to kind of disconnect. And going I'm obviously a big fan of CrossFit, but I like the group exercise because it keeps me like to check. There's a lot of folks that come similar time.
Yes.
You walk in, I've got no idea what they do outside the gym. I just know that he's pretty fit, she's pretty fit, she can do pull-ups, she can do, like that.
And you got some competitiveness in there.
A little competitiveness in there.
So our Saturday, the Saturday HIIT boot camp with Marine, it's always competitive. I always try and win it if I can. Right, always try and win it. Be the first to get all the exercises done. And there's a few people that challenge me for that. I have to say.
I love it. Cool, good chat.
Brilliant. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Really enjoyed it. No problem at all.
Thanks.
Good fun. Thank you.
Boom.